Hello, good afternoon or good morning depending on where you are. I'm Brooks Carter. I'm Chair-elect of the Human Development Leadership Division, and I'm here to introduce a webinar brought to you by that division on Going Global. A couple of things about our webinars. We have to mute the attendees because it creates chaos if we do not. I apologize for that. If you have questions, type them into the question box. We probably will deal with them at the end of the presentation. We'll figure about 45 minutes of presentation and about 15 minutes of Q&A at the end. We will send out a recognition of your attendance so you get your recertification units. In exchange for that, I would appreciate it very much if you would fill out the survey that I will attach to it. We always like to know how we're doing and how we can improve. I'm going to introduce the man who pulled this together, Dr. Jesus Gilberto Concepcion. I may be missing a couple of names here. He's got a very long name. Dr. Concepcion is a very distinguished scientist. He is a emeritus professor of physical chemistry at the Universidad Pedro Enrique Reina in the Dominican Republic. We don't have a lot of physical chemists in ASQ, nor a lot of emeritus professors. Gilberto really stands out. He is our global chair, and he is our chair of well-being. And in fact, he brought the concept of well-being to ASQ, and our division is the first to have a chair in that area. Gilberto is doing some amazing research into the neurophysiology of leadership. I think that's a fair definition of it. It's very, very interesting, and I think he'll touch on that a bit in today's presentation on Going Global. So with that, can I turn it over to you, Gilberto?
Well, thank you very much, Brooks. On behalf of the global being the global chair of the Human Development and Leadership Division, for us it's a great pleasure to be with all of you that are present in our webinar, and I'm going to introduce the other two actors. First is Luz Maria Karg. She is the General Manager of ASQ for Latin America. She's right now in Mexico. She is the leader in the ASQ office in Mexico. She has a great background. She, from my point of view, is a true leader. You know, this is a lady that since the beginning shows her leadership and still is doing that. And also we have Luis Cividanes from Dominican Republic. He is the quality manager of one of the major factories from abroad that we have here in the Dominican Republic. As a matter of fact, for me it's a great pleasure because a few years ago Luis was my student. So for me, Luis, we are getting together, and for Luz Maria, for Luis, and for me, I don't know, for Brooks, this is a real dream come true that we today are going to talk to all of you from a global perspective of what is ASQ and how we are seeing this and why is the Human Development and Leadership Division doing this. I think we are also the first that we have also a global chair in the division, and we hope that all the divisions can have, as we do, a global chair. So with that in mind, we have two well-trained people, two really leader people with us. I mean, we are four, because I can say that from what I know from Brooks, our coordinator, he's a true leader oriented to people. I think I'm going to step up for the first slide, so I'm going to pass the microphone from Santo Domingo to Mexico, so that Luz Maria told us a little bit of what is ASQ in the future, in the next 5 years. What about? Luz Maria.
Thank you, Gilberto. I hope everybody can hear me. We lost the presentation in the screen. We're seeing a calendar, but well, yes, it's a pleasure to be here today in company of this group that we have accomplished a great project in Dominican Republic. I have witnessed and been part of the launching of local members community that is very active, and you will hear from them what we're talking about. I want to talk about this strategic positioning and strategic plans from ASQ. We have a journey in front of us, a 5-year journey that is required to shift in culture, in investment, in long-term planning, and it's intended to sustain incremental growth of our society and accelerate our growth and our impact. We have a mission, vision, values, strategic objectives, and strategies that you are able to see in the following, in this and the next slide that you will see. But I want to focus on our 2020 goals and our intention, and we are diligently working towards to accomplish our 2020 goals. And what I mean by 2020, ASQ is willing and it's doing everything in our, in our hands to be recognized as the preeminent society in the world of leadership in advancing quality philosophies and practices. This means, in terms of measures, that within 5 years, 50% of the earned revenue will come from non-American sources. Also, we need to grow to 105,000 individual members, and we need to retain members of at least in a percentage of at least 76%. We also are intended to grow our organizational members and retain them as much as 85% or higher. We also have another measures related to a net promoter score. We are required to accomplish at least 25 points. And the last one of our goals is to provide 100% access to our quality body of knowledge via a single point of entry. How this relates to what we are doing in Latin America and what the team in Dominican Republic is doing? Well,
Luz, am I on the right slide?
Yes, please go to the next one. Is the third? Yeah, thank you. No, please go back one. I'm sorry. It seems to be the same, but please go exactly. That is the one that I was talking about these goals. And what I want to point out is that what is a group of leaders, of true quality leaders in Dominican Republic have accomplished at this point. We need to recognize that in order to achieve this, we need to be innovative, customer-centric, focused, have a global integrated governance, and the infrastructure and operations to offer a personalized experience to all our members. Specifically, we need to focus in the global expansion. This means leverage the ASQ brand to increase our market share, emphasizing our growth in current and new markets. And the membership transformation to better serve our members, individuals around the world, whatever their conditions, their challenges are, through our membership, our products, and our services. So I hope that I was able to provide you like with a framework of reference, and now we can hear Gilberto talking about how the community in Dominican Republic has been developing along this last year. So please, Gilberto.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think you heard a few words were very, very impact words when they Luz was telling us how the increase that is expecting for the year 2020 ASQ membership, and this goal is, I would say, mostly a big percent will be in the global members. When I mean global members, is people living outside the United States. Please, Brooks, can I have the next slide? I would like to show you something. I want to talk about the history in the Dominican Republic. We can do also a seminar for all Latin America, but this is mostly related to examples of the Dominican Republic. In the year 2013, you can see that the total member in the Dominican Republic was hanging around 20 to 30 members, you know. But then we start promoting the global ASQ, and we were increasing in the 2014 to close to 45 members. In the 2015, you can see we were in the 80s. And now in the 2016, in October, we were in the close to 90. November, that is the last that we have, we were in the 111 members. So we are increasing steady. We hope that we can come to Luis. He can tell you what we expect in the Dominican Republic, what are they going to do in the LMC. Myself, I am the country consular. As a country consular in the Dominican Republic for many years, the purpose is that we start developing LMC. LMC is the local membership community. And I think that the Dominican Republic are getting the win hearing this sound of global ASQ, because one of the important part of this is certification. And in the Dominican Republic, this is been, I would say, very successful. Brooks, we have, slide please. This slide, we're going to show you the composition of the certified members in the Dominican Republic already. And you can see we are getting close to 100 members already certified. And in the last exam, excuse me, in the last exam, we had close to 40 people take exams. I suppose that at least 50 of this percent of this will cross the mark 100 certified. That put us probably in the second, third position in Latin America. And I think certification, especially ASQ certification, is very important, because in the area of quality, this is the most admired, the most respected certification that exists globally. There may be many certifications bodies, but I think for a professional point of view, certification of professional ASQ certification is the leading certification, and people really taking serious this, and I think this is probably one of the most important part that we are going to take in order to keep increasing membership of the Dominican Republic. The rest, Brooks, can we have the next slide?
Gilberto, can I say something?
Yes, please.
I just want to mention that related to the amount of the percentage of the people that passes the exam in Dominican Republic is really higher than in the rest of the Latin American countries. We found that in Dominican Republic the amount of people that pass the exam related to the ones that participate is above 65%. And important is to mention that the certifications that are pursuing these people are the ones that require more experience. So this is something very interesting for us, and we really want to know how they prepare themselves in order to have those rates of pass the exams.
Thank you, thank you. That is a nice, I didn't know that you have that for yourself. Thank you very much. So you bring that information forward. We thank that, Luz. And then this slide shows something very interesting, that we have people all around. This is the map of the Dominican Republic. We have the all around certification in probably many areas. That looks for us very interesting because we are diverse geographically, and that means that probably we have to work very hard, because we might be seeing in the future that we might be opening a few other LMC, because geographically, in order to meet, it's very difficult to meet just in one place. But we might be in the if you can see moving in the Central District, in National District, capital Santo Domingo, the capital city of the Dominican Republic, where we have the most. But we have in the east, where the east is a big coast area. We have a lot of hotels. Also in the north, and in the center, in Santiago, we may have a big industrial park. That we might be seeing that probably in the future. LMCs, a few more LMCs in the Dominican Republic. And we are a Dominican Republic, for those that don't believe we are in the Caribbean. And I would like to show you, next slide please. You won't believe this. This is in the middle of the island, only 2,000 meters up. This is ice. Last week we have temperature below 0 centigrade degrees, and this is a farm of some kind of fruit. And this is very, very important that we have beautiful beaches, but I don't want to show the beaches. I just want to say, look, we are a very diverse country. Can I have a next slide, please? Feel free to come to Dominican Republic anytime. How do we manage to go to the LMC? Not something that comes from one day to the other. I am a fellow of ASQ, I have to say, and also I have been waiting for close to 15 to 20 years for this moment, because now, since ASQ opens the door to open LMCs, do we have the correct people? As Brooks says, I've been doing some neuroscience studies, and these graphics, what it shows is that when people came to me, why don't we open an LMC? They know about this. I said, look, I knew the people, and I did a study with that people. What I found is, first, this slide that shows is that I did this study first with the, with the Human Development and Leadership Division. And that was a work done 6 years ago, found those arrows that you see, you don't see none of them crossing from one quadrant to other, only or horizontal or mostly vertical. And what it means, I'm not going to go to all the theory, that we have a permitted thinking style and very fast. And those people that have that kind of thinking, usually they are or leaders, they are managers, and few of them can have both leaders and managers. And in the other side, you see these graphics really tell me that this group in the Human Development and Leadership Division were leaders, but very stable leaders. They need something to push to be more managers. We have been working for 6 years at Brooks. Many other people, and all those people that have been the chair of the Human Development Division, like I did at DAL, Bill Barton, and now Wanda Stern have been doing it. We have developed what we call a face-to-face meeting in order that we can develop us as leaders and managers. Next slide, please. No, don't move, because this shows those values. ICP 11.7, that is that the people is in the leadership range, and the 1.7 very fast way of thinking and permitted. And let me tell you, if you go to sport, those are the people that goes to world class sports. I have worked with a Major League Baseball player. Our volleyball team, feminine, is one of the 6 best teams in the world. And I have at least 8 box world champions, many that have this type of thinking. But if you translate that to organizations, to people, to normal people, people that shows this type of pattern, they are really the leaders and the people that most possibility of success. Now you can go to the next box. In here, look the change from 11.12 to 12.9. But it took us 6 years to cross that barrier, that 1 point, because this is the Human Development and Leadership Division, and a study that was done this October. And now they say, look, we are truly leader and managers. And again, 100% symmetry permitted, ICP from 11.7 to 12.9, and the velocity is more or less the same. Now, please, this you can, for those that are interested, it will come a paper on the mind authorship in the next Human Development and Leadership newsletter. Next slide, please, Brooks. This is the Dominican Republic LMC. Luis, this is your group. Look at that. The first slide, really leaders. However, they are mostly people oriented. They need to become more managerial people. And you will see the way Luis talked to us how they have been proceeding, because it haven't been easy for Luis the first year to have that group, too many leaders, to develop those leaders to become managers. But with this model in mind that we have it, then we talked with Luz Maria. Luz Maria did the rest, and she helped us in the developing of the LMC in the Dominican Republic. So I think we are glad to have a grandmother, or a godfather, a godmother. And from that, I say, look, this thing, we have to push, we have to go forward. I hope that we can do this with any other country in the world that want to check with the LMC. This is some of the things that in the Human Development Division we want to do for next year. Brooks. So they said, look, I have a team that can become a major league team. Brooks, can I have the next slide? And from that, I changed to Luis. Luis, all yours.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good night to everybody. Thanks to Gilberto. As Gilberto mentioned, this has been a long due project for us. For almost 20 years, we have been working on trying to develop this local membership community in Dominican Republic. If you go to the next slide, Brooks, please. And as Gilberto showed in his slides, the reason that this became a reality this year is because the selected group of individuals that got together for this opportunity have some specific skills that help us move forward the project and then integrate as a team in the developing phase of the community, of the local membership community, in order to make it a reality. And out of those individuals that you see there in the different pictures, you can also see Luz Maria and Jesus Gilberto there also in the picture, in the bigger picture in the left, in your right, sorry. And we selected, based on the normal process for the ASQ, the membership for 2016-2017, which is the next slide, Bruce, please.
Before you go, I will have to say that this group that you saw have at least 2.7 certified certifications, and some of them have been ASQ members for more than 10 years. I'll just...
You can continue on, Brooks, because it will show the complete leadership team, and I don't want to go into the details. You can see them there. Basically, I see that we have an excellent combination in the group because we have people. Can you go back to the previous one? Sorry. We have an excellent blend of people in this group because we have people that work in the manufacturing area, people that work in the consulting groups that touch different groups at the same time, and also somebody that works in the bank industry. So it's a different kind of scenario for us now because normally in the past, all the ASQ that Gilberto showed the numbers were more related to manufacturing. Now we are moving into service and also moving into consulting. And we've started to discuss trying to get some people from the hotel business to get involved also. Can you get to the next one? So what is the main purpose of our LMC in Dominican Republic? First, elevate the level of quality both in the industry and the service business in Dominican Republic. Second, I will say that move the competitive advantage of Dominican Republic from the low labor rate to a one that is focused on quality. So we have to acknowledge that quality is one competitive advantage of Dominican Republic, and that will make the Dominican Republic continue to grow in the industry and service sectors going forward. Third one, and for me is the one that is more to my heart because it's the most important one, is to motivate the integration of the quality knowledge in the early stages of the students, schools, university. And why I say it's the most important one, because that's the future. Right now we are working with the current membership in the Dominican Republic, that's the present. We are trying to expand the present by creating more members, but then the future is the students. If we don't develop the sense of quality and the knowledge and the tools, the use of the tools early in their career, when they go to the industry or to the different service groups, they are not going to be successful on moving into the quality area. So that's for the third one is the most important for me, even though the other ones are as important. But we pay a lot of attention to the student portion. Can you go to the next one? And then the last one is to use and to motivate the use of all the worldwide ASQ resources that we have in terms of tools achievements, and the different elements of learning that we have in the ASQ in order to achieve our goals in our different industries. Can you move to the next one, Bruce, please? What are our main goals for 2016, 2017? The first one was, as I mentioned, this is a long due project that we have in the Dominican Republic. So we have a lot of catching up to do over 20 years now, getting industry, getting the government, getting the universities, getting the different service providers to better understand what the ASQ is and how they can better use the resources in the ASQ. Second one was to, I think it's increased membership that you have there. I have not seen it. Can you move it to the next one?
Oops.
Can you? So it's the increased membership. As Luz Maria mentioned and as Gilberto, the ASQ want to go global. Dominican Republic is considered part of that global group. So we need to increase the membership in Dominican Republic. You already saw the numbers on Gilberto. We are moving in that direction. We are increasing the membership. We have more people interested now, different sectors, hotels. We even have a lawyer that is an attorney that is also interested in being part of this initiative. So we are trying to expand the focus, but at the same time increase the number of members in the different industries. Can you move to the next point, please? Support the certification process, and we have been working with Gilberto for the last year, participating in the different certification exams that we have been providing in the Dominican Republic. I know that the number for this year, I think around 90 people have been taking the different type of exams, Gilberto.
Yes.
So,
how you know that?
You know, I make my calculations. I make my own calculations.
Right.
So you know that normally we have over 70 people taking different exams within the year, and Luz Maria already shared a good indicator with us that more than 65% of the people that take the exam are passing the exam. So you also saw those numbers from Gilberto on the number of exams, and those numbers don't take into consideration the last exam that was taken on the 4th, I think 2 weeks ago. So we need to wait for those results that are coming in. Can you go to the next one? Increase the membership loyalty. Since we have that long due commitment with the ASQ in the Dominican Republic, with the members, we need to pull them together now. We need to, through the different elements of communications, make them feel that we are a family and that we can share information, go to the LMC to get some ideas or suggestions, or ask for the LMC to support in different areas. And as a matter of fact, yesterday I went to an industrial park outside Santo Domingo to give them a group of quality leaders and ASQ members a general information about the ASQ and also the MNC. So we are moving in that direction to create value to their local membership, so they become more loyal to the ASQ. Can you go to the next one? Identify and serve the DR ASQ members' needs. And we started a project this year to get the feedback and get inputs into our plans from the ASQ members. And you will see in the next slide that we provided already a survey. We got a 35% participation on the survey, so we're going to push for more participation next year. But we got a lot of good information on what the ASQ members want in the Dominican Republic. What kind of conference, what kind of certification, what kind of training needs they have in order for us to support those needs. You pick the new one? Create the social medias, and that was one of the main priorities when we started the MNC back in March, was to create the tools and the means for us to communicate with the ASQ membership in the Dominican Republic. So we already have created 3 social medias that have been very useful for us on communicating with the groups. And we're going to share that at the end. We have Facebook, Twitter, and we have LinkedIn. in which we share any activity that we do, and also we are providing information there in terms of job posting in different companies, different training needs. This webinar was announced to that also social media tools in order to keep them informed of what's going on in the ASQ globally and also the Dominican Republic. And this, going back to my third purpose that I consider very important, and back in the previous slide, is to motivate the university to create a student branch. We know that we cannot, we have to play a role with the student branch. We have to be there, support the universities. We have to come directly from the university on the need to do it, but we are pushing on them to make it happen. We have already different meetings with the three major universities in the capital city, and we are not there for this year, but we are continue to push to see if we can have a student branch created in the Dominican Republic for next year. And we are motivating some of the ASQ members that are that work in our industries to support us because they are also teachers at the university, so they can support the student branch creation and motivate the students. And we have also provided a conference in the different universities, and you will see that in the next slide. Communicate the ASQ program. That's what the social media is to communicate what programs the ASQ is using, what activities, what tools, and then move forward with that to add value to the membership. Go to the next one. So what have we done so far? Social media creation, as I mentioned, you can move to the next one. We have increased the membership, even though this change every month. I have a 20%, I saw it's more than 20%, but 20% increase year to date up to October, even though we need to clarify some numbers in November, but up to October is 20% increase as compared to what we have at the end of last year. Go to the next one. Okay. Meetings and speeches in different universities and associations. And you can see some pictures of that. We have been participating in basically the three major universities in the Dominican Republic. We have provided speeches on different topics, and as part of the speeches, we also talk about the ASQ and the importance of the ASQ and the importance of the student branch. So we go there, we talk about the topic that they want us to discuss. Like the last one, we talk about Lean Six Sigma, which was a big topic for them because it was an industrial engineer group. They wanted to hear about that. So three of them, the MNC members went there, talk about the Lean Six Sigma, but then at the end, we throw in the ASQ information, general information about the ASQ, what offerings do we have, and then the LMC and how they can help with the student branch creation in their university. As I mentioned, we are integrating other areas that are not common for the ASQ in the Dominican Republic. Normally, we're more concentrated on manufacturing. Now we're looking into the bank, hotels, attorneys. So we are creating a wave that people want to join and participate and support and help. So that's good because that will help us diversify our portfolio of offering in terms of the industries. We are also supporting, as I mentioned, the survey that we did. We just finished the survey. We got the results back in November. We are just analyzing the data to prepare a plan for next year in terms of what are the offerings that we have, they will need, what are the conferences that they want to have, what kind of trainings they are looking for. And then, as I mentioned, the social media, we are publishing different articles, publishing different information, as well as job offering from different companies. So we have provided a communication protocol to the different industries. So they provide our communication chair with some general information about the job offering that they have, related to quality, of course. And then we post that in our social media tools so they can people can call in or have the direct information and then call the company directly to get the application for that position. How can you support and help the MNC? And we always want to emphasize this point because the LMNC leadership is 6 people, plus the standard group that is like 10 more. But we need more hands because we have too many things to do over 20 years that I've been trying to catch up, that we need your participation. We need you to integrate in the social media, like the social media that we have created, get involved in the information that is provided there. Also, go ahead to the next one. Help identify the needs, and this is a support in the surveys. I know that the response we got this year was not that great. It was 35%, but we are expecting for next year to get over 60% return on the survey. Because the more information we get, the better is the plan that we can prepare, because we're going to touch more people. Also, help us with the creation of the student branch. And this is specific to the ASQ members that are teachers at the university. We need their help because they need to motivate the students to create a student branch. And we can go and provide information and be there with them during the process, but they need to be an active member of the student branch in their universities and be the sponsors of the teams as we go forward. Participate and in the speeches and the conference that we do, I'm going to do next year. Continue on. Again, support the student branch. Once the student branch are created, the ASQ members will have to support us on providing periodic and continue what we call feed the wheel information to them, so they continue to get them motivated in quality, motivated in different activities, motivated in different topics. It could be topics that they want us to talk about. It could be topics that we want them to learn before they go out of the university and they get integrated into the different industries. And this is I always include this one, readdress your membership to DR. There are people that, because of the mailing system is not that good in the Dominican Republic, they have set up their addresses to be outside the U.S. to get to the courier. If you have that, then you will not be counted as a Dominican Republic member, because you will be counted in the place you put your main address. So if your main address is in Miami, you're going to be counted in Miami, not in the Dominican Republic. So you need to go into the system and change the main address to Dominican Republic if you live in the Dominican Republic, and then the mailing address, you can keep the one in the U.S., and that the information is going to get to you in there. As I mentioned, we have here the main contacts for the Human Development and Leadership Division. Also the 2 main social medias that we have for the Dominican Republic and the name, so you can join us and participate with us and help us try to move the ASQ and quality through the whole Dominican Republic. Thank you.
Okay, I think this is what you have heard. Brooks is in San Diego. Luis and I, we are in Dominican Republic. Luz is in Mexico. I think that is what it means, a global webinar, where people moving the slides. For us, is in San Diego. We are talking. What you have heard is very important. Most important, I will add a few things to end this seminar before passing to Luz Maria to end of the seminar, because she's the chief of Latin, how you call it, is that as we members of ASQ, probably we are thinking about, if we are here in Dominican Republic or wherever you are, that ASQ is a geographic thing, but in ASQ there are divisions, other divisions that are the technical part of ASQ. Human Development and Leadership Division is one of that technical division. And let me tell you, this is not the biggest division, Probably it's one of the smallest division in ASQ, but let me tell you, it's ranked the first one at all the things that we are doing. And I think Brooks, Merlin, Monda, Bill Barton, a lot of guys that are in there, people, we are trying to move and do a lot of things differently. So being part of ASQ, don't only be a member of ASQ, try to be a member of the division that you want. It's not that I am pushing for the human development. I am member probably another one. But the one that really, really hit the vote is the Human Development and Leadership Division. I would like to thank the Human Development and Leadership Division for giving us the time to support all the technical aspect to get this webinar to you. If you really like it, please, when groups send you all your certificates and the survey, please let us know if you would like to have this same seminar sometimes next year, so that we can program with more time. This has been a great time. I have to thank Brooks and Luz, but I would like to say, Luz, as a lady, as the big boss, you have the last words.
Well, Gilberto, thanks for your comments. I really have enjoyed working with this team. I think that the case of the LMC in Dominican Republic is really a best practice that we are leveraging all over the region. The moment, this group of leaders, because they are industry leaders mainly, that understand the value of ASQ and are willing to, bring more people to understand about what we do and help commit them, and then increase the level of the quality competencies around their industries and the region. Dominican Republic has a very interesting high technology, high regulated industry with the highest standards that you can imagine. And being part of that maybe gives you the opportunity to understand better and connect with the association, and then try to bring all the benefits to your community. And I think this is what ASQ is about, to touch more professionals and provide more opportunities of development. So being in a human development and leadership event, it's really a pleasure to partner with these leaders and see what what they can accomplish through their commitment and through their knowledge, and well, that's it. So I really appreciate this group of leaders, and wish them the best and continue success in developing young people, bringing more young people to the quality world. So
thank you. Oh, one thing before we go, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Brooks, it's all yours.
Yes, that's exciting. A wonderful presentation. Thank you very much. We don't have any questions. Either that or I don't know how to find them. But I don't, here's a question. If I can just see enough of it to read it. It says, hi Luis, hi everyone from Ecuador. Which major needs did you find from ASQ members?
Well, in Dominican Republic right now, the manufacturing area is the area where we have more ASQ members. That's why it's very important for us to continue to grow in that area, but also to focus on other areas of the Dominican Republic that are not manufacturing. Services like the hotels, banks are areas of very importance for us, because it's an area that is completely untouched, let's put it like that. That the ASQ has not gone into and provide the necessary information in those areas for them to see the value of joining the ASQ and participating in the different certifications that we have.
Let me ask you, let me tell him something, or her. Let me tell you that here in the Dominican Republic and myself, we were the people leading with the Quality Award 20 years ago in the private industry. And also we moved forward using some ASQ help to do the Quality Award in the government. And those are now the two quality awards most important in the Dominican Republic. The private industry Quality Award, and now there is a law every 2 years, and the government Quality Award program. And they are very, 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 very successful, and they have been recognized internationally.
Here's a statement from Elizabeth. Thank you. Great presentation of your wonderful efforts.
Thank you for the comment.
Thank you.
I think that's all we have.
Then I will, since we have time, I would like to ask a question to Luz Maria. Luz, ASQ Mexico is developing some courses for Latin America, and you have distributed that. Can you tell us a little bit about those courses?
You mean training courses? You mean training courses?
Yes, training courses.
Yes, well, yes, we have, in order to be a self-sustainable organization, we need to acquire more means, you know. We need to really develop some opportunities to grow in means. It are no more than revenue, yes. We are doing a very interesting approach that has been welcomed by the industry, manufacturing industry mainly. Talking and positioning the ASQ competence model, you know, the progression, the career progression process, and make it like very easy to achieve, improve your competencies to know where you are at this point, and as a quality practitioner, as a quality professional, where do you want to get? So we have been doing some translations and preparing some materials to help the quality practitioners to transition in their careers. We have also developed a competence assessment, so you can know where you are in terms of your knowledge, your capacity to apply the concepts and the tools of quality, and from that point start a journey, a development journey that with the frame of reference of the ASQ quality certifications.
Yeah, okay. Luis.
Could I ask Luz Maria a question?
Yes.
Are you in Mexico City?
Yes, we have an office in Mexico City. This office has more or less than 5 years. It's one of the 3 offices that are outside with ASQ staff that are outside Milwaukee.
I'm in San Diego. We're trying to develop a relationship with the Tijuana section.
Okay.
We have somewhat of a relationship, but we need to do a better job of that.
Well, Tijuana section is part of the U.S. It's not part of Mexico. They decided to stay. Yes, imagine. But there are many other opportunities to get in touch because Mexico border is so big, and
when I try to cross the border, they don't tell me Tijuana is in the U.S.
Yeah, I have crossed the border by Tijuana.
I know.
But you know, this is there was a question from San Diego, and Brooks. what is your impression of this seminar? You told us that we can, please, can you talk a little bit, Brooks, about that we can follow this seminar in the Human Development and Leadership web page?
Oh yeah, the slides will be posted on our website, and the recording will be posted there. The website is www.asqhandl.org. We have our own website because the ASQ website simply wasn't sufficient for our needs, and so you'll find it's a nice website, and there's plenty of material there. Lots of webinars, lots of slides, and
also
primers.
The primers and the newsletter.
Right, a good body of literature there. You should familiarize yourself with the site if you haven't already. It's a good reference. It doesn't have a search engine, unfortunately. We have to build that, but there's good information there. I thought this was I found this very good, very interesting.
Did you learn anything from us?
Yeah, I learned how to build an LMC. I might sneak I might sneak off somewhere and build one.
No, but you know what we want with this seminar is that we can repeat it, but how about other people get interested, and if you are in Latin America, you know the way to be. We can help you, but also we have Luz Maria, and I think what we have done is just put the snowball to get down the mountains. So we hope that this can bring some other people interested and that they can contact ASQ. If you are in Latin America, you can contact through Luz Maria in Mexico, that is but you can talk with Luis or myself in the Dominican Republic. Anyway, but we are global, and I hope there are people in Europe or in Asia, if they are hearing us or they will hear you later on, that if we do it, if we did it, you can do it.
Well,
we can start from a small people to a big group of people in the country.
Did you see the registration list that Deepak sent out? There are people from about a dozen countries that attended this. Very international audience.
Great.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I hope we kept up with you technically. It worked all right showing the slides here. Because I've got plenty of bandwidth. Otherwise, they come up slow. But thanks a lot.
Thanks everybody.
Thank you, Brooks. Thank you to the Human Development and Leadership Division.
Thank you, everybody.
Buen día. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was great, guys.
Yeah.
So moving out.
I'm so proud of you. Wow.
No, you, lady, you really are the leader.
I'm proud of you, Gilberto and Luis. Good.
We did it. They thought that we can do it, but we did it. Great, Luis, great job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have to deal with some family things here now. So.
Yeah.